Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 2 of your mindfulness break. This is an introduction to the practice Hello Mind. Now, what I want to explain to you today is how the mind works. The thinking brain is a beautiful thing. It's one of the most amazing parts of our human machinery. It helps us navigate our modern world in a safe way. It helps us solve problems. And it does this by narrowing the gap from where we are to where we want to be. It does this by subdividing challenges into small steps that can then be accomplished one after the other. It allows us to plan our busy lives and get organized. And let's not forget its powerful self-preservation instinct that keeps us safe and sound. And we really have to remember to bow in gratitude to our beautiful minds. Our brain is an outstanding processor and database. It stores all of our souvenirs, all of the conscious information, and the unconscious information that we have been exposed to since we were conceived until we're born and all through our lives. And it organizes the info into compartments. Now, the thinking brain spends a lot of time analyzing past events, and there's a good reason for this. When the brain has judged any of these past events as unpleasant, it's going to try and organize things next time around in order to avoid them. And when events are perceived as nice, well, it's going to try to replay the same circumstance in the future. As human beings, that's how we work empirically. With this huge database of past experiences, and unfortunately often focusing on worst-case scenarios, so we can attempt to plan, project, and organize a better future. This is one of the reasons why we are so stuck in our brains during this virus outbreak, because we have no precedents, and our mind is going haywire, trying to find out or to guess what it has to do. We spend a lot of time stuck in the past, ruminating, criticizing, and judging what could have been done differently and how. Or we get nervous, anxious, or stressed about an uncertain future. The damaging end result is that we are no longer present. The objective of mindfulness is to bring us back to the here and now, to keep us in the moment we're living, present to our lives, and also to those around us. Now, in mindfulness, we're aware that the nature of the mind is to think. And as an Occidental culture, and not as Buddhist monks, it's very difficult to prevent the mind from doing what it was built to do. And actually, the well-spread myth that we can make the mind stop thinking is completely false and has done a lot of damage, especially in people who start to meditate. So, as meditators, what we can learn to do, first step, is to get some perspective, understanding our brain, understanding how stress triggers our brain, and then allowing to just insert some distance from our thoughts. Instead of being inside our thoughts, we can learn to observe them. We can realize that we are not our thoughts. we can start looking at them as mind events. We watch them, but we don't engage with them. That's the only trick. So it's not about making these thoughts go away. It's not about fighting with them. And it's never been about quieting the mind. It's just about stepping away and not engaging with the train of thoughts, with the mind chatter. Just observe. But it is crucial to add two major ingredients if we want this observer to become our greatest ally. First step, non-judging. We cannot judge our past self with the knowledge of our present self. Now that would be unfair, don't you think? And second step, and maybe most importantly, but still building on step one, we have to immerse ourselves in self-kindness, in acceptance, in understanding, in order to be able to forgive the circumstances, the choices, the reactions, and the consequences. Self-kindness. Remembering that the past is gone. The future is a mystery, and the present is our gift.